first game, we got the Jets versus the Bills. I'm honestly going to take the Bills here. It's just that the Jets, they did just come off with the upset win against the Steelers, but the Bills are definitely going to make the playoffs. They've already clinched the wild card, and I'm going to take the Bills here, 24-10.
All right, I got the Bills as well. Josh Allen, he's just shown that he's a young QB. He can really run. He's like a young Deshaun Watson to me. I just don't feel like he's got the same mobility that Deshaun does, or the same accuracy. But I feel like Josh Allen is a great player. I feel like but I feel like the Bills. I almost said Buccaneers right after I said that. I feel like the Bills are gonna get this win, 31-16.
Okay. Next game, we have the Browns versus the Bengals, and I'm gonna take the Browns here. I honestly think it's gonna be a dogfight. I think Cincinnati's gonna have not a big lead, but like a 10 or 13 point lead, and then they're just gonna blow it in the fourth quarter. And I think the Browns are gonna win this 31-28. And yeah. Production.
Yeah, pretty logical, but I actually have the Bengals going. They've already secured the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, and I just feel like they're going to go out, have fun. They've really got nothing to lose, but what I mean by that is they've really got nothing they're going to gain from this, nothing they're going to lose from this. So just go out, play like it's your first game of your season, like just kind of getting into the groove, like play like it's just play fun, play how you want. Oh, wait, Bengals, what did you say the score was?
I said 31-28, Browns.
Okay, I've got, I'll say 28-26, Bengals.
Okay. Next game, we got the Packers versus the Lions. I mean, we don't even have to explain why the Packers are going to win this game. I'm going to take the Packers 38-17. Just an easy game on the road.
Yeah, I got the Packers as well. I feel like they're going to struggle in the first half. But they're going to end up winning the game ultimately 38-21. This Green Bay defense is stellar. Now, that's a lot of points they're going to allow. You know, in fact, I'll bump it down. Packers are going to win 38-18. This Green Bay...
I said 38-17.
Yeah, I'll say 38-18. This Green Bay defense is so stellar. I mean, they've held so many teams to just... They've done really well as a defensive team. They had one fluke against the 49ers. List any more that you want. I just feel like this defense is a really good team. In fact, what I've seen so far, like, they won't be the greatest in points. Like, they'll allow high teens, low 20s. That's still pretty good, but their takeaways really make up for it. So I got Packers 30-18.
Okay, next game, Chiefs versus Chargers. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Chiefs in this one, 24-0.
I got Chiefs. I'm gonna say 31-3. Patrick Mahomes is an amazing quarterback. He's got all these no looks. You know what I mean? I mean, we're playing out in the yard, just do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. You know, Patrick Mahomes. He's a great player, and the defense has stepped up for Kansas City. So I'm gonna take Kansas City 31-3.
Okay, next game we got the Bears versus the Vikings. You know, Bears ain't looking too great this season. They just got whooped up. They just got banged up by the Chiefs. But you know what? I'm going to take the Bears in this one. This might be a little bit of an upset on the road, I think. But I'm going to take the Bears in this one. It's going to go into overtime. They're going to kick a field goal. And then it's going to be like field goal. And then Minnesota, they're going to be losing 28-34. No. They're going to be losing 28-31. And then Kirk Cousins is just going to throw a pick six. And then they're going to win like that. So I think I'm going to take the Bears 37-28 here. How about you?
I actually got Minnesota. I'll say 31-25. And here's why. I think they've got a really good defense by that point. I just think they're going to allow more points than they would like to this week. Minnesota's really only going to improve from here. I feel like Kirk Cousins, he's been through the lows of his career, 0-9 on Monday Night Football now. But I feel like that he's just going to keep getting better. This team's going to keep getting better. That's why I got Minnesota.
Okay. Next game, we got the Dolphins versus the Patriots. And you know what? I feel like the Dolphins always give the Patriots trouble, but I'm sadly not going to take the Dolphins here. I'm going to take the Patriots 28-15. The Dolphins are just going to kick a bunch of field goals.
I agree with everything you said except for who's going to win and what the score is going to be. Miami. Now, here's the thing. Miami always challenges New England. Andrew got that part 100% right. Like, remember the Miami Miracle and all?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a type of game where Miami is surprisingly up by like 10 at the end of the first half. They're going to not do so well in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, they come and they're like, it's like last 5 minutes, they're going to score, going to take the lead. And then the Patriots, I just feel like they won't be able to respond. And this is because, I really think the Patriots overall are a much better team. But this is going to be the Miami Dolphins week. Miami Dolphins are going to win 21-18. It's going to be defensive for the Dolphins. I just feel it coming. Like, I know that sounds stupid, and most of you would pick against the Dolphins. But I feel like this is the week the Dolphins are going to do something and shock the world.
Okay, next game, we have the Falcons versus the Buccaneers. And you know what? Really, this game could go either way. You could probably just flip a coin for this game, and heads is the Falcons, tails is the Buccaneers. But I think it's going to land on heads, and I think the Falcons are going to win in Tampa Bay. 28-27.
Wow, okay. I got the Falcons in this one too, 35-32. It's going to be late in the game. Falcons on defense, Bucs on offense from the 50-yard line for the Buccaneers. Jameis Winston at this point has got 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, about 300 yards, so lucky number is 3 for him. But then he does end up throwing his 4th interception for a clutch Falcons win. I got Falcons 35-32.
Okay. Then right after that, we have the Saints versus the Panthers. And Carolina's just terrible this year.
Yeah.
They really are. They went from 5-3, and now they're 5-10. And what are you going to do? Fire your head coach like you already did?
Fire the intern, for real.
I'm taking the Saints big in this one, 45-13.
I'm going to take the Saints even bigger. I'll say 49-3.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing. I know that 49-10. I don't know if that's bigger. 49-10. Now, Sean Payton has already announced he's starting the starters, of course. He wants to fight for that first place, a first round bye. And there's logic behind it. Saints beat the Colts, Colts beat the Panthers. So Panthers got beat by the Colts got beat by the Saints. That ultimately shows the Saints should probably whoop. And the Saints didn't just beat the Colts, they dominated them, and the Colts dominated the Panthers. So, it's going to be a bloodshed, woodshed type deal.
Okay. Next game, we got Washington against Dallas. You know what? I'm going to take Washington here, but the down part that they have is Marshall told me this earlier. They don't have Terry McLaurin, and Dallas they just suck straight up.
Awful!
So I'm going to take the Redskins in this one, 21-14. Yeah.
And that's the reason I am actually not picking the Washington Redskins. If Terry McLaurin was playing, I'd pick the Redskins because he's one of Dwayne Haskins and all their other QBs. He's one of their biggest weapons. But he's not playing. Dwayne Haskins will struggle without him. I say Dallas gets a close win, 34-31.
Okay. Next game, we got Oakland versus Denver. Ow. And you know what? Not just because I'm a Broncos fan. I think the Broncos are going to win this game. I think we're going to pull it out 28-20. Both of these teams, since the Raiders beat us in week 1, both of these teams have the same record after that. Man, I'm just going to take my Broncos just because we have the home field advantage. But that's really the only reason why I'm going to pick them. And our offense is going to do great.
I got the Broncos as well. I'll say 28-23. Drew Lock is the future. I think the Broncos will be in the playoffs next year. Not just a low spot. I think they'll be a top 4, top 5 team. Because Drew Lock's leading the way. Got to keep Cortland Sutton, though. If you ever let go of Cortland Sutton, it's going to be a pretty tough road for the Broncos. But Denver will knock out Oakland from playoff contention. And this is where Drew Lock's journey really starts, I believe. He's got to play a spoiler role in Week 17. Got to knock the Raiders out of that playoff contention. They have a slim playoff contention chance.
Yep. Next game, we got the Cardinals versus the Rams. I really want to take the Rams in this one, but I also really want to take the Cardinals in this one. After pulling off a huge upset against the Seahawks, I'm sorry. But I'm going to take the Cardinals here. I really want to say they're going to tie, but that's just weird with 2 ties in one season. So I'm gonna
wait. That'd be funny because you start the season with a tie and the season with a tie. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the Cardinals here, 35-31. But the Rams have just been playing pretty good lately. So
Yeah.
I gotta say.
I got Arizona, and I'll say it's gonna be a close game. I'll say 30-29. Regardless the quarterback, which Kyler Murray anticipates on playing, I just looked it up. I think regardless the QB, which again Kyler Murray is playing, Kenyon Drake will come to play. Kenyon Drake has the speed. Kenyon Drake just he's the role player at the running back spot. Goodbye, David Johnson. I say Kenyon Drake has taken over this team. Chandler Jones, I almost called him Chandler Jones, and I just had to look that up too. I don't know if his name is Chris or Chandler. So Chandler Jones will play phenomenal versus a down in spirit LA team. By that I mean they're kind of down. I mean, really just sucky right now. What did I say? 30-29. 30-29.
You know what? We both got the Cardinals win that game. After that, we got the Eagles versus the Giants. I'm going to take the Eagles here to clinch the number 1 seed in the NFC whatever.
NFC East.
NFC East. And you know what? I think it's actually going to be a pretty close game for the Giants, but it's going to be 21-35. I have the Eagles winning.
I have the Eagles winning. They're familiar to this win in your end situation, and they'll get it done. I'll say 35-14. Eagles.
Okay. Next game, we have the Colts versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars just kind of got beaten by the Falcons. And,
just kind of.
And the Colts the Colts just destroyed the Panthers. But in this case, this might seem a little weird, but I'm going to go with Jacksonville here. I'm going to take the Jaguars 24-17.
Okay. I'm going Indianapolis. I believe Minshew is a great QB, and he's a good QB. He's a rising star. He'll be a great QB next year and the years to come. But I just don't believe that Jacksonville is the team to do it. They're going to go down 31-14 to this Indianapolis Colts team.
Okay. Next game, we've got Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. And you really know what? The Baltimore is resting all their starters. And Pittsburgh's just hoping for a playoff chance. But this is going to be a pretty low-scoring game. But I'm going to take the Steelers, 17-7 Steelers.
Yeah.
What?
Did you just look over my sheet? Because I got the Steelers 17-7. Baltimore resting starters. I believe I had that written down before we started this video, guys.
I swear I didn't know that.
I had it typed. Steelers, they're a good defense. They've really struggled on offense. Baltimore's resting starters, I believe they'll still be able to put up 7, whatever Robert Griffin wants to do and all. Whether he wants to get injured again or whatnot. But yeah, Steelers are winning the 17-7.
Okay. Next game, we've got the Titans at the Texans. And really right now, I think the Texans have already clinched the division for them.
Yeah, they have.
Isn't that the AFC South?
Yes, it is.
But really, you know what? I really think this game doesn't matter to the Texans. And I think they're going to be nice to the Titans, let the Titans get into the playoffs. And I think the Titans are going to win this game. It's going to be a thriller. It's going to be 20-10.
I mean, they won't let them win, but I think Tennessee's going to fight for this one. They want revenge. They're going to get it. I say 27-24. Tennessee gets this dub.
Okay. Next game, the matchup of the week.
Of the week!
San Francisco 49ers versus Seattle Seahawks. You know, the first time these teams played, the 49ers really got robbed with that missed field goal. Which should have been a win.
They just freaking missed it.
Which should have been a win for the 49ers. And both of these teams have had a great year. Last year, the 49ers did terrible. Still beat the Seahawks. This is a really tough game, guys. I'm going to take Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle 31-24.
This is not biased at all, guys. After a bad loss to the Arizona Cardinals, Beast Mode and Michael Turbin coming in. Michael Turbin, Robert Turbin, whatever his name is. I've heard both, but I just heard the NFL say Michael Turbin, but I've heard Robert Turbin, whatever, who cares? It's going to be, Beast Mode will give the Seahawks an emotional lift along with Turbin. Robert Turbin, and I believe he's going to give an emotional lift in a spoiler game versus San Francisco. He will play the role of the spoiler. My bold prediction, Beast Mode rushes for at least 60-plus yards and 2 goal line touchdowns. They actually run out at the 1 this time. And Seattle will get the win. I say it's going to be 28-23. I already predicted that for another game, but that's just a common score today. And Russell Wilson has only lost 1 primetime game this year. So Russell Wilson is also going to have that lift for the night game. 8:20 Sunday. We'll see you there. Seahawks going to get the win.
All right, well, thank you for joining me, Marshall.
You're very welcome.
This video was actually just planned how long I thought it would be. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like. Let's get this video to 20 likes, and your team will win this week. And yeah, subscribe, turn on the bell for more videos with Marshall and more predictions and stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Peace.